TarotOracle, and this is the ultimate court card guide. This is not the last video. We're going to be doing quizzes. We're going to be doing sample readings and all sorts of other stuff on the court card guide, as well as we have handouts. So if you're a Patreon member, you get some free cheat sheets and some cards and all that stuff. So if you like flashcards, you get that. Anyway, so let's do the king versus the queen. They're both royalty. They're both very sort of analytical and leadership. What's the difference? Well, the king is sort of the analytical type. They're going to be going over each individual item. They're going to go at each individual thing and trying to figure out from a higher, a bigger perspective. With the queen, it's going to have more of an emotional stability. Come at it from a variety of aspects. It's going to have more empathy, going to have better intuition. It's going to be a bit calmer, right? But the king, being airy and sort of this Jupiter mix, this expansion mix, is always trying to make more, trying to get more, trying to get a more sort of a powerful view from afar and everything else. They're also more active. So they're going to be the ones that are tackling some issues. There are outer focused as well. So they're going to be looking at, various outer focused things. They're going to be on the outside type things, while the queen sometimes is going to be more an intuition based decision making and things like this. So pretty similar, but a little bit different. So the King of Wands, let's talk about him. This is the lion on fire. Hates the mundane. He's the entrepreneur. He likes his independence. Doesn't like working for somebody else. They're going to make him do the mundane jobs, like get on a factory line and move this widget over here into this other widget container. That's not what he wants to do. He hates the mundane. He's the lion on fire. He wants to get new, innovative ideas, explosive ideas, and be animated, passionate, be ready to roll, ready to rumble when he wants to be ready to rumble. So it's very passionate, sort of, I'm going to chase my own fire. I'm going to make my own way, get out of my way while I navigate through this maze, and I'm going to get to the end, right? So being that sort of animated and that sort of fiery aspect there, he's going to be sort of witty. He's going to be funny, fun to talk to as well. And he's going to have a lot of initiative. He's going to be resourceful. So he runs into a problem, no problem. The entrepreneur has it under control. So now the entrepreneur is missing the cold. He's missing cold entirely. So if you're looking for a passive, an introvert, someone who's calm, the entrepreneur is not your man. This is not your man at all. So again, he dislikes routine. If it's predictable, get it out of my way. Get it out of my way. But what's the problem with that? What's the problem with that? I'm going to miss some things. I'm going to be active. I'm going to be reactive. I'm going to be hopping and going. I'm going to miss some of the finer details. So if I'm playing chess, probably going to get beat by someone who has more of a calm, passive type thing as well, right? When we get to passivity as well, we're talking about the cups with the king. Well, that's coming up. So what would be good for this person? A corporate executive would probably be a bit of a challenge. An entrepreneur would be more like it. I need to get things done my way or the highway, right? So what's the difference here between, let's say, the Queen of Wands, the CEO, versus the King of Wands, the entrepreneur? Again, the CEO is going to be good at handling people, handling things. Going to look at the big picture. It's going to have a lot of, the CEO is going to have a lot of the same initiative, but the CEO is going to come in from a calmer, more planning perspective. Well, the king is just going to be, let's go in, let's bowl it over, and let's make it happen right now. So again, planning may not be one of the key points here, but if you're looking for success, if you're looking for that fiery aspect, the king definitely has it going on. So and also the King of Wands is sort of this, they call it unexpected inheritance, or I call it unexpected cash. So if you're looking at unexpected cash, somebody asked, hey, I'm looking at an inheritance. I'm looking at something that's sort of unexpected when it comes to money. Then when you pull the king, you could be looking at some action here. So the king is the unexpected money king, right? All right. So the king is talking about go big or go home. Now we're back to the roommates. What are some good roomies? What are some good roomies for the king, right? The Four of Cups, the Lord of blended pleasure. We're bored with the mundane. We don't like the mundane. We have all these cups. We're getting offered another cup. For the love of God, why another cup? Why do I need another cup? I don't need another. So that's going to be a roommate. Bored with the mundane, that cups, that's just not a good roomie. It's not a good roomie at all. Now, look again for go big or go home. When we're talking about the 5 and the 6 of Wands. The 5 of Wands with all of that conflict, all of that pressure, a bunch of things exploding. It's, you know, a bit of conflict, a bit of fighting. You're going to have that when you don't plan things well. You're going to have some of this. And the same thing with the 6. Sometimes you're just going to have amazing success. You have some idea. You're just like, screw it. Let's roll with this idea. You're going to have success. So you have the 5 and the 6 of Wands. You have that mix of go big or go home. You know, sometimes it works great. Sometimes it doesn't work at all. Speaking of work, let's look at the King of Cups. Now, this is sort of like the Gandhi feel here. This is the Gandhi feel, sort of the father, the ruler, you know, the minister, the priest, the guru. This is the guru. This is going to be the sage, the wise elder type person. So passivity is going to be a big thing here. Passivity is going to be a big thing. We're talking about passivity and empathy. I'm able to understand your situation. So if I need like a sample occupation for this would be maybe healthcare. I understand, have a good bedside manner, counseling as well. I have empathy. I can understand what you're going through. I understand where you're at. And also, but I have the wisdom and the charm and the intelligence as well. Having empathy doesn't cover it all. It doesn't cover everything. But having the wisdom with the charm and the intelligence mixed in really sort of makes a good elder, makes a good sage, and you know what I'm saying? So you have a good teacher is here as well. So if this is your counselor, for example, this would be an amazing counselor. This would be fantastic. Now, what are some of the problems, right? Oh man, they're passive. They're not going to take criticism well. If you say no to them, they may get a bit gloomy. They don't really want to disappoint anybody either. They have that empathy. I want to make sure that you're happy. I don't want to disappoint you, which can lead to this sort of this fantasy world that the King of Cups lives in, kind of, right? A bit of a fantasy world. I mean, it could be. They're very spiritual. They're going to be honest with you. They're going to be like, hey, you know, maybe that guy isn't so good for you. Maybe that girl is sort of a pain in the butt for you. Maybe you should find somebody different. Maybe that job ain't working out. So they're going to be honest with you about stuff, and that's good, and that's good. But they're also going to be sort of in the public good as well. So, you know, they want to make sure that everybody's happy and things like that. So again, they could be disserviced to their own needs. I want to help you. I want to make sure you're okay. And now all of a sudden, my needs aren't met. So sometimes it can just be a blessing or a curse, depending on how you want to look at it. So again, what would be good cards to go with Gandhi? Well, we're thinking the 5 of Wands into the King of Cups. That'd be great. Look up here, the 5 of Wands into the King of Cups. We have the conflict, we have the bad news, but we're able to handle it. We're able to handle it. We can get in there and resolve the conflict, right? We can get in there and resolve that conflict. Everything's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. And managing change as well. So if we get hit by the tower, the King of Cups can handle that no problem. No problem. Big change, monumental change. But he's got that passivity that may come into play and may be a disadvantage. Because what happens if you're too passive and you have the tower situation, or you have somebody bowling over you with the 5 of Wands? Is that going to be a problem? It depends on how you handle it, right? But new projects as well is going to be exciting. Being a counselor, being a sage, an elder, any type of things like that, Gandhi is going to be excellent at that, and that's going to be just a fantastic role for this particular person, the King of Cups. So what roomies does the king have? We need roommates. We need roommates for the King of Cups. Well, the passivity, the Four of Swords, you saw this coming. We need a rest. We need to rest, to relax. We need everything to calm down. The Four of Swords is going to be our friend. Everything is calm and cool. We're taking it passive, and it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. But you do have that loneliness. Again, you know, we're looking out for others, maybe not ourselves sometimes. It's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. We get that lonely. We've neglected ourselves a bit. We have that loneliness. And sharing knowledge, the Six of Cups, the children card, or the sharing card as well. We have that sort of around us. We have that feel. Everything is sort of fun and cool with that. So sharing that knowledge with our juniors, sharing it with children. I think that's going to be big here for the roommates. So there's your three roomies for the King of Cups. So when would we be happy to see the King of Cups? Arguments, drama, that's going to be good for the King of Cups. They can handle that. They can handle that. They can fix that. They can remediate those problems. Let's say I have a new class as well. I have a new class. So I'm starting college. I got a new class. My professor, what are they going to be like? The King of Cups is good. That's going to be a wise person with empathy. They're going to understand. They're going to be able to get that knowledge across. That's going to be a fantastic professor. All right, seeking wisdom as well. I need to know. I need to know some wisdom. Let me know this wisdom. King of Cups is going to be your friend. King of Cups is going to be your friend again. They're full of wisdom, empathy, and all of that good stuff as well. All right? All right, so let's check out the next person, the King of Swords. This is the military leader. This is emotionally detached. Emotionally detached. Authority, judgment. Now, a lot of people sort of look at this as the judgment card friend, a judgment card friend. We have commanding power, authoritative, but a bit controlling, I mean, it's going to be a bit controlling here. Now, they're lacking in cold, so they could be overly critical. Ooh, they're going to be rigid and sort of this dictatorship type feel as well. I mean, this is going to be sort of a lawyer feel sometimes. So if you're looking for a boss that is no games, just straight to the point boss. If you're looking for a police, a judge, military, a tyrant even, then this is going to be your card, right? So this is a very controlling, a very military, lacking in cold, deals with conflict, handles it. He's a lawyer. He casts judgment. So this is going to be, I mean, a lot of books point to just a dictator, a tyrant, somebody that's going to be like that as well. So he obviously could also be a judge, lawyer, and things like that with lacking cold. So when are we going to be good to see our military leader himself, the King of Swords? If we have a court case, and we want a stern judge, we want a judge that's going to be able to just handle the situation and rule in our favor, the King of Swords could be our friend, indeed, right? Has that rulership availability as well. If we're breaking up, we need that authority. We're breaking up, we need the authority to say, hey, you're not fair, you're being mean, or whatever, and we need to break up. So breaking up, we need that authority, we need that power coming in, and that's going to be maybe the King of Swords could lead us into that direction. Now, again, anything that involves authority, decision-making, anything. So let's say you're trying to get help. We're trying to get help, and we need some authority, we need some decision-making done. That can be good as well. It's going to be good news for that. All right. So what are the King of Swords roommates? What are we looking at? Well, the Four of Pentacles is going to be one of them, because that's all about holding judgment, hanging on to that judgment, hanging on to the gold and getting more gold. We're going to have that opportunity with the King of Swords. Now also, the Five of Swords, the Lord of Defeat, is going to be pretty good here. We're dishing out that punishment. We're dishing it out. We're done playing. We're done playing. We're dishing out the punishment. The Five of Swords, the Lord of Defeat, is going to be with the King of Swords. It makes sense. That one makes sense as well, right? And then we have the Six of Swords, the 5 and 6 of Swords, talking about visions of cruelty. Sort of, we're getting out of a situation, we're getting into a better situation. It's going to be the 6 of Swords. It's going to be another roommate as well. So that is it. That is it for the Swords. Now, Swords has a lot of bad things about it. You look in the books, and the Swords is talking about cruelty, punishment. I mean, it's got a lot of beef in there. It's got a lot of beef in there. This is not going to be your friend. If you're looking for, you know, how's my new boyfriend going to be? That's not the card for you. That is not the card for you at all. All right, so let's look at the chameleon, the retired banker. Let's look at the retired banker, the King of Pentacles. Now, why did I say the retired banker? Because it's talking about a businessman. It's talking about a businessman, a leader, sort of a promoter. And the retired banker is all about being self-sufficient. I have what I need. I am successful. I have money. I have financial success, right? I'm good with sort of earning things. I'm good at being on target, enduring as well. But I'm going to be a bit materialistic. I'm going to be a bit materialistic. You'd think that the roomie for this would be the 4 of coins, right? Because this is a materialistic kind of person. But this is sort of the retired banker, the retired stockbroker. You know, he's been in sales, he's been doing things, and he's got the goods, he's got the cash at this point. So he's a chameleon, similar to the other chameleons that we have within here. He is the chameleon because he has all 4 elements combined. So he's going to be hardworking, he's going to be adaptable, and he's going to be sensible as well. So Wade talks about business aptitude. So if you're looking for somebody that you need to be successful, this person needs to be 100% successful. This is going to be your guy right here. He's got the intelligence. He's got the valor and the courage to get things done. He didn't wait. He got it done. He is sort of that masculine boss, the masculine ruler, the businessman. He's going to be the leader, the advisor that gets everything done, right? So when we think of this person, we're thinking of fat cash. We're thinking of fat cash. You can see that extravagant crown, the extravagant throne, and all of the things around the throne, the robe as well. Everything is looking pretty good with this person. So he is the fat cash, the great leader. If you're looking for the fat cash, this is going to be your person there. So there we go. So what would be a good reading for this person? Hey, you need a sugar daddy, or you need some cash. I'm starting a new business, or even I'm on a spiritual quest. This is still going to be good. The spiritual quest is going to be good as well because he's the promoter. He's sort of that consultant, that person that gets it done. He's realistic, very, very realistic, and he's got that dependability. So if you're on a spiritual quest, you need that dependability. You need someone on your side. And again, a new business, sugar daddy, sugar mama, whatever you got, it's going to be good for you. Now, the King of Pentacles has some roomies. And I mean, let's be honest, when you're rich, I don't know, but I'm assuming when you're rich. Okay, I saw an interview with Jerry Jones of the Dallas Cowboys. It was an interesting interview, and the interview asked him, he said, "Are you afraid of being poor?" And Jerry Jones is like a multimillionaire, right? He said, yes. He said, yes, I'm afraid of being, but it was an interesting interview. You have to go watch it. It was, I think it was 60 minutes or something. Anyway, that sort of reminded me of that. And that's why I had the fear of being poor. That's why I have the 5 of Pentacles. A lot of times, what is the motivation to be the retired banker? What is the motivation to get rich? What is the motivation to put all this work into money and materialistic things? A lot of time is you come from a poor background, or you're afraid of being poor, or, I mean, you know what I'm saying? You're trying to avoid that. So sometimes that's a motivation. So just think about that with the 5 of Pentacles roommates here, all right? Now we're talking about the 6 of Pentacles where we're giving money to people. We're rich. We're a retired banker. Here, have some money. I'm going to throw some cash your way, the 6 of Pentacles. And also, we're at home. We have a nice home. We're comfortable. We have that 4 that number feeling. Everything's good. We're at home with our cash. We're at home with our cash, and here are the roommates. Again, we're not done. We're not done. We got more videos, probably 4 or 5 more videos. Now I want to talk about reversals. What happens when you find these things with reversals? I want to take these people out on dates. What happens when the King of Pentacles goes out with the Page of Pentacles? Is that a good match? Is that a good match? What kind of personality conflicts are we going to come up with? Let's do some sample readings too. Nearby helpful cards. So if I have the King of Pentacles, what cards around it are going to be helpful, or what cards are going to be hurtful? Okay? Let's put these people in some horrible situations. We got the Tower on one end and the 5 of Pentacles on the other end. Oh my God. What is going to happen to the King of Swords? That dictator, that ruler, how is he going to handle the Tower? What's he going to do? What's going to happen? Let's put him in some terrible situations. And let's put him with some dreamy, some good situations as well. Let's do that. Let's find that up. And if you want to see all of this live every single day at 6:30 p.m. CST, I go live and I throw down these court cards and I explain them live. You'll see them in readings over and over and over. We have hundreds and hundreds of sample readings using the court cards, and I explain why the court cards are doing what they're doing. We explain everything. And if you're on Patreon as well, look what you get. We get flashcards, printable flashcards for every one of these. I'll show you, hey, the King of Pentacles. It's got the roommates, the 4 of Wands, the 5, 6 of Pentacles, the roommates, right? Talking about business success, realistic, a consultant. If it's reversed, greed, a bit of that jealousy. They're a bit possessive as well. And in my new tarot deck, I have all of their features on the court cards. So you don't have to memorize this if you buy my new tarot. My new tarot deck has stuff built into it, so you understand that you're looking at dry, wet, hot, cold. We got the chameleon. We got the chameleon. So you get all this on my tarot. You get all this on my tarot deck. Anyway, that is the speaking of Patreon. Did you know I had a Patreon? Look at all these Patreon members. I love all of you. Thank you so much. And what am I talking about Patreon? What am I talking about? The handout for this video is a PDF file. You get it on Patreon if you're a supporter. Not only that, but you get all the handouts for all the classes that I've ever done and the Tarot Oracles book. I teach you to read tarot the easy way. No memorization. You can start reading tarot today. We got the court card guides. Okay, I'm also including the Fluffy Virgo Lenormand. This is a Lenormand deck, a digital copy of this deck. You get that too. What else do you get, you asked? I'm including 12 hours of drawing instruction. You see these drawings on the screen? I teach you how. I teach you how in a step-by-step manner, like you would get, you know, at a professional instruction. Step-by-step manner, I teach you to draw. You can draw like this easily. I teach you. And then you can go do pet portrait commissions locally, make some money. Make some money. And you get all this for $5. Can you imagine all this for $5? The Lenormand handouts, the Lenormand deck, the live stream spreads, medical tarot handouts, Tarot 101, tarot numerology, astrology, all the books that I've written, the decks and things like that. You get all of that in the Patreon at the $5 level. So thank you for Adam G, Alley Cat, Annie, the other Annie, Kim, Kristen, KSW, La Me, Larry, Brianna, Carmen, Gabriela, Lisa, Maureen, Carolyn, Cassandra, Richard, Sharon, Crystal, Dominica, Shintado, Sanai, Fatima, Galatia, Sophia, Gary, Susan, Hikate's Crossing, Arena, Jessica, and Tanya. Thank you so much for being my supporter, and I greatly appreciate it. You know, all of you are my roommates. I'm just saying, all of you are my roommates. I love all of you. Thank you so much. And thank you for watching this video. Please hit like and subscribe. I put a ton of work into this. So please hit that like and subscribe button. More coming out. You're going to know court cards better than anybody else around you. I'm telling you, once you finish this class. Thank you again, and we will see you next time.